My name is Joe Rush, and I'm a medical doctor, all right, but also a retired Marine colonel who occasionally goes back on duty to do jobs for my old unit in D.C. My records have been sheep-dipped, given selective truths. Kid from a Massachusetts town. That part is true, as is the ROTC training in Paris Island and later assignments in Indonesia, the Philippines, Iraq. Marksman, the file says, capable of running a field op. True. 41 years old, divorced by a wife who got tired of secrecy. I live alone now in the town where I grew up, and I advise the wilderness medicine group at Harvard 2 days a week on medical work in difficult areas of the world. The file looks complete to an outsider. But the death of my fiancée 18 months ago isn't there, nor is the fact that, when summoned, I still run a 2-man bioterror team comprised of myself and my best friend, Major Edward Nakamura. My secrets from even my bosses are certainly not there either. That I wake sometimes from dreams of strangling one man and watching another die, frothing at the mouth, in a foreign private hospital run by a foreign security service. Sometimes when I open my eyes from those dreams, I feel a presence in the room. Not a consciousness, not a ghost. I don't believe in that. So I'm unsure what is there in the room with me. Memory? Blame? Rage? Regret? My feeling when I lie awake those nights in my isolated home in Massachusetts and wait for dawn is complicated. It's not guilt. I did what had to be done. Not fear, because I don't care if something beyond our earthly comprehension is really there. It's vigilance, Eddie once said. You concentrate on what you need to do to protect others. But Eddie is an optimist. He always thinks things will turn out right. Once waking, I thought I saw a small green glow in the corner of my bedroom, but later I decided I probably didn't see it, or it was the reflection of a headlight passing on the dirt road, or an afterimage from rubbing my eyes. I'm a doctor. I'm a scientist. I hunt diseases and believe in facts. I don't believe in little glowing lights, or in religion, or certainly any more in a benevolent God. Wilderness medicine is in the file too, and it was the official reason that Eddie and I were in Africa, thanks to a secret agreement our director back in Foggy Bottom made with Harvard. Wilderness medicine is a new field, the art of getting fast care to patients in remote parts of the earth. Sometimes they are explorers or adventurers who have been injured in the Amazon or the Arctic or the deep sandstone canyons of Utah. A sea snake-bitten National Geographic photographer in Micronesia. A farmer dying from a new resistant malaria in Peru. WM patients tend to be the very rich who use the wilderness as playgrounds, or the very poor who lack even basic medical knowledge or care. But wilderness medicine also includes disaster relief, rapid response to hurricanes, cyclones, earthquakes, outbreaks, Admiral Galley, the director, had explained when the agreement was signed. Officially, you're going to Africa as relief doctors. You'll work out of the giant aid base in northern Kenya. You'll treat locals and aid workers. Vaccinations, health classes, diet. You'll be based at the junction of 3 countries. And unofficially? I'd asked, as the 3 of us sat in Galley's townhouse office, walking distance from the White House, where we mapped outbreak games or war or terror scenarios like the one that had brought us to Africa. The Admiral frowned. He's a small man, 60-ish, a former Coast Guard hero. We've been through so much that we sometimes address each other more like friends. He's one of the few people left in Washington Eddie and I trust. Joe, there have been some disturbing reports coming out of East Africa. What reports? For 2 decades, we've anticipated that if a bioattack comes on U.S. soil, it will be in some recognizable form. Anthrax, ricin. Bad stuff, but at least a form we know. I felt a chill. Something new has appeared? Threats, Joe. CIA warning that an Islamic splinter group is trying to develop a new kind of bioweapon somewhere in that cesspool. Why go to the trouble to come up with something new with so much other stuff out there? Eddie asked. Hell, someone must have stolen or bought half of those old Syrian germ stockpiles by now. Because the rumor is, if this new thing hits, nobody will associate it with an attack. It will be considered a natural outbreak, so no reprisals. Rumor is the perpetrator will not claim credit, just allow panic to spread. They'll step in later, after massive damage is done. Who started the rumor? The origin is Nairobi. Who is the perpetrator supposed to be? A frown. The Admiral went to his window, gazed out at happy, strolling American U students. State Department workers disappeared into the metro. That's the problem. ISIS? Al-Qaeda? They've both expanded in Africa. Truth is, no clue.